Hey guys, thanks for joining me today. I'm Mark, and today, right now, I am back in Oklahoma. I'm actually at my house in Oklahoma, and I'm gonna go out and play the very first course that I ever played. So 2 years ago, when I was 45, for around Thanksgiving, actually it was around Thanksgiving weekend, Thanksgiving Day week, my youngest son and a couple of his friends asked me to go out and play. So where I am right now, my house here, there's a trail that is right next to me that goes right past my backyard, and it goes to Mitch Park in Edmond, Oklahoma. And in Mitch Park is Tye F Cunningham Disc Golf Course, and it's a pretty decent course. It's rated 4.2 on UDisc, and I think a couple of the reasons are there's really no facilities right at the course. The signage is lackluster, to say the least. It's just not great, but the course itself is actually pretty good. It's a mix of tight wooded and open holes, so you've got a variety of shots, and they've got two different baskets, so they run different setups. Right now, currently, it's on the front 9 are short, the back 9 are long. Sometimes they'll mix it up and go all longs, all shorts, evens and odds, and then sometimes they'll just kind of completely mix it up for tournament play and things like that out here. So interesting course, it's a lot of fun. So that's what we're gonna go play today. So come with me as we go out onto the course and see how well we can do today. Like I said, fun course. This is where I first started playing. 2 years ago, I was 45 or 47. Did I say 45? I was 47 2 years ago. 49 now, and last 2 years playing have been great. And I think when I first came out and started playing out here, if I got like 10 over, I was feeling pretty good. I think the average for the way that the course is set up right now, the global average is 8 over. So let's see. Let's go play. All right, hole 1, 219 feet down through this gap, and then offset to the left. It's like I said, 219, so not very far, but it is kind of shielded, kind of guarded up there in the woods. 2 off the first, like I said. I'm gonna go with the Envy and probably the Hex as my 2 and see how we do. Long position is much more difficult than this short one. Ooh, if that hadn't hit that tree, it would have been pretty good. Second shot with the Hex. Keep it a little lower. And hit another tree. That's okay. All right, neither one of them were great shots. Envy ended up over there. From here, you can go a hyzer line, but it's a little bit cut off. So I'm gonna go with the Watt, just pretty much straight at it. Ended up skipping a little bit deep. Should be able to get that in for a par. Got these older style baskets out here, which problem with them is they are tough to see, especially if you haven't played this course and don't know where they are. All right, we'll take a par. All right, hole 2, 271 feet down and hard to the left, and then it's quite a ways tucked up to the left. Hyzer line a little bit to the right here, and have it hyzer in is probably the right line for this one. If it's on the long position, this one's much harder, but still a tight line to hit for this gap. Well, I got a little bit lucky. I pulled that, hit an early tree, but actually it got a kick and got down there and around the corner a little bit somehow. Got to take luck when you get it. Okay, it's just right up in there. All right, right under the basket. We'll take another par. Hole 3 is 340, straight up ahead. It's tucked off to the right-hand side in that little peninsula area down there. Long is usually a bit further down, a little over 400, but more to the left. Not a lot of wind today, so I'm going to go pretty much straight at it with the FD. and a little bit to the left, or to the right on that one. Makes it a little bit of difficult upshot, but we'll get it. All right, so it's a little bit cut off here, wider on the outside, but there is a hole down through here. I'm gonna try this, not the smartest of shots, but from a knee, try and get it down through here. Okay, didn't get as much on it as I wanted, but got it over there. See if we can get the par. All right, good smooth putt for another par. Hole 4, 243 feet, straight down this tunnel, and then a hard fade off to the left. You want something that's either gonna fade hard or get a good skip. I'm gonna go with the Razor Claw, see how this one works for me today. Try and drive it straight down through here, and then get that skip or fade. All right, good fade on that one, could be nice. All right, so it got around the corner, but not quite as far around as I would have liked. Still leaving me a bit more for this birdie. Yeah, I just left that one low. Low the whole time. And another par. Hole 5. This is definitely an ace run hole. 124 feet, right in the middle, nothing obstructing you. I'm gonna go with the Watt. That would have been great to have caught on camera, but nope, chain out, should be an easy birdie. Man, that was so close. All right, so after chaining out, this is where the Watt ended up. Easy, easy birdie. Hole 6, 227 feet, straight down here. You've got the fairway, and then these 3 guardian trees off to the right, or off to the left. Basket's right behind them. Going with the zone. I like it. Okay. It skipped just past it, but a great shot. All right. Well, the zone ended up going a bit deeper than I would have liked, but still, birdie. Like it. All right, hole 7, 248 feet, straight shot, and then it is tucked just off to the left down there. 248 feet, I'm gonna go with the Watt. I've also had a lot of success with the Hex on this one, but I'm just gonna try and throw this one flat, straight, and see what she does. Well, as you can see, this is probably not the spot you want to be. Definitely not where I was going for. Basket is that direction, but I'm gonna have to kind of pitch it out, try and get a little bit of a skip to head that way. Keep it low. I gotta get around this tree, under those branches. Unfortunately, I hit a branch that was on the ground, so it didn't get the skip. So this one may be a bogey. All right, you can see that it did not get me out of the woods. Oh, but then I can do something like that and save par. Amazing. Wow. Sometimes luck's on your side. Hole 8, 286 feet, pretty tight line here. So you've got this very narrow window down there to get it through. Most people are gonna go with a forehand, something that they can keep kind of straight, get it to maybe hyzer flip up through there, and then get it to fade towards the basket, which is off to the right. I'm gonna go a slightly different play. And so I'm gonna turn you guys so you can see. But my play is to go on this side, the right side of this tree, keep it kind of close to the tree, give it some height, and have it fade back. Now, there are some guardian trees up there in the field that you've got to make sure that you're either high enough or far enough to get past. Not an easy shot, not an easy hole, but that's what we're gonna go with. So once these guys finish up down here, we'll tee off. All right, so I'm gonna go with my Emperor around that outside, and just see what we can do. Got to keep it wide enough that I don't clip that tree, high enough that it fades back in, driven enough that it gets the distance. Oh, I slipped off the end of the tee pad. Put it really high, but it's not going to come back enough. That was a big slip. So the Emperor actually surprised me and got a lot closer than I thought it would have. I needed to put a lot less width on it to get it where it needed to go, but this is pretty good. So we'll give this a look. None of this is OB over here, by the way. Ooh. I need to go a little bit more to the right. I've been yanking things to the right, so that was good correction from what I've been doing lately, but just missed. All right, for par. A little high, but got it in safe. All right, hole 9 is 244 feet down into the tunnel, into the woods down there. You don't want to go on the right-hand side. There is a creek down there, and if you go past the trees, there is a creek down in that area. I don't know how much water's in it right now. Yesterday I threw the Envy, and it was actually perfect, but today I want to try, you know what, no. Let's go back to the Envy. Envy flew really, really well for me. I don't want to mess that up. Okay, got me down into the entry. We'll see how close we are for a putt. All right, so the Envy got me fairly close. Should be another birdie. Except I did what I've been doing and pulled it to the right and then low. All right, let's see if I can get this comeback. Uh-oh. Could have been, but wasn't. All right, hole 10, 322 feet, down through, under these trees on the right-hand side, or the left-hand side that are hanging out, and the ones on the right-hand side, and then around to the left, and then straight. It's a difficult shot. You could go with something pretty driven, low, and hope for a skip, but if you get too big of a skip, it could end up going into the woods. If you cut the corner too close, it's gonna end up in the woods. Lately, the play I've been doing is high, driven, over the trees, and let it crash in. I've had some success with it. I've had sometimes it ends up in the woods if I go a little bit long. So we will see how today goes. That is more inside than I need it to be. Way more inside. That's going to be bad. All right, so I thought the Rive was going to be way deep in the woods. It's just over here. See what kind of a look I've got from here. Get that skip up there, right under the basket. That'll be an easy par. All right, hole 11, 330 feet down through here. You've got a couple of trees right in the middle, and then you've got a bunch of bushes on the right-hand side. You've got to get around them, and then the basket is tucked up to the right. So a forehand is pretty good here. This is a brand new disc. I'm not exactly sure how well it's going to fly, but I kind of aim kind of towards the center tree. Hopefully gets a little bit of flex and then comes back, but we'll see. Oh, really high and fading, stuck in the tree. Not good. All right, we'll go get that down from the tree and play from there. Okay, so camera decided to shut off. I was in the woods over here, shot it out, hit the cage, ended up with a bogey. All right, for this one, I'm gonna go with the Rive. Looks like they're off, so I'm gonna go kind of driven with this one. Rive takes a little bit of power to get this one going. Ooh, cut that one inside big time, but it may have gone through enough that it's got a look. Okay, so from back here, I do have a line to the basket up over the top right here. And floated that one a little bit too high, but should be a par putt. Par. I'm gonna try the Emperor on this one, see what we can do. It'll probably flip up, carry, but this thing's a bomber. Get over it, get through. All right, that should be pretty nice. All right, so the Emperor pushed over the trees, hit some of these and dropped down here. Kind of a cutoff view. I'm gonna have to go with something with a little bit of a flex to get up there. I'm gonna go with the Hex and just see if I can get a little flex, keep it low, and get it up there. Just try and get a little pop. That looks pretty good. All right, so the Hex definitely settled up here nicely for another birdie. Got a pretty good, for me, really good round going on. All right, hole 14, 372 feet down. See where that guy is down there. Goes around the corner to the right, and basket's tucked back in a little bit, but not too bad. This one's an easy par. It's a tough birdie, so we'll see. Ooh, really low. Eesh, that was ugly low. Had a nice snap out of the hand, but just kept it really low. Okay, I'm gonna go with the razor claw on this one. Pump it out that way, let it fade back in. Looks good. Right at the base of the basket. So it looks like it curled out just a little bit. Par. All right, hole 15, 191 foot, par 3, right straight down the right-hand side. Short basket is over on the left-hand side, or the placement's over there, which is really easy. Definitely ace run. This one's a little bit tougher. Got to kind of get it through there. I tend to hit the stuff on the right-hand side, so we'll see. This time I decided to go way left. It'll be a par. Okay, a little further out than I would have liked it to be, but that's all right. I actually like the shape of that. Ooh, it feels nice out here in the shade. Real nice. All right, hole 16, 284, out the gap, and then up. You've got some trees right in the middle, baskets right behind them. See those guys putting out on it right now. So that's where we're going. Quite a bit short. It was too high. Off the pole. Not high enough. Shit. All right, so back on the last hole, that was hole 17. That was let me see. That one was 312 feet. Tried to go up over the top, got caught up, hung it about a little bit too wide, but managed to save the par on that one. So this one is 18, 366 feet. So it's down the road and then off to the right deep into the woods. So this one's a big turnover shot. I'm gonna go with my function, whip it out there, see what we can do. Zoom. See if you guys will be able to see this. Wait for this car to go, just because I don't want to be that guy. Okay. Really like the look of that. Still nice and high when it went into the woods. Could be perfect. Okay, so on 18 is a tough hole, and this is an absolute first for me. I went deep of the basket. So I'm back here. Right here, there's this wood pile, and I'm right up against the front of the wood pile. Here's my function, and this is for a birdie. Very few birdies on 18, especially for me. That was pretty awesome. So this is Tye F Cunningham Disc Golf Course, Mitch Park, Edmond, Oklahoma. First course I played on. Still my home course when I come back to Oklahoma. And so I really love this course. Hope you guys enjoyed it. 3 under for the round. That is a pretty stellar round for me. Not my PR out here, but still a very, very nice round. Let's see what the U-Disc rating is on this one. So we went, let's see, 3 down, 1 bogey. Was it 1 bogey? No. Yes, 1 bogey. 221. So a 221 U-Disc round. Not bad. Not bad at all. This is a great course. If you guys get your chance to come out here, if you're in Oklahoma, in Oklahoma City area, north of Oklahoma City is Edmond. And this course is great. You've got the YMCA right over here. You've got a bunch of hiking trails. And then you've got this 18-hole disc golf course, which is stellar. Appreciate you guys checking this out. Let me know about your home course. Let me know about where you like to play. Put it down below.